And let's get to the big event this week, which is the Hillary rollout. And it is this huge event, a media blitz, including questions about her record at the State Department. Remember, she was the Secretary of State when 4 Americans were killed in Benghazi, Libya. Republicans say she ignored, or they didn't get to her desk, maybe, repeated warnings about security. Here's Hillary Clinton saying the Republicans are playing politics.
What I do not appreciate is politicizing this at the expense of 4 dead Americans. That's not what we used to do in this country. When 258 Americans were killed in Beirut in 2 separate attacks, people mourned, people were shocked. Decisions were made, bring them out, strengthen the embassy.
Is that another reason not to run?
No, actually.
Just too much?
Actually, it's more of a reason to run, because I do not believe our great country should be playing minor league ball. We ought to be in the majors. And I view this as really apart from, even a diversion from, the hard work that the Congress should be doing about the problems facing our country and the world.
Julia Pace, strong pushback on the policy, essentially saying, look, bad things happen, don't politicize them, see what you can do so they don't happen again, and leaning very forward on the politics. It's a reason to run. I think that the one thing that is crystal clear from the book and everything she has said in these interviews is that she's running.
Absolutely, and I don't think that Benghazi, in the end, is going to be the reason that she says, okay, I'm definitely going to jump in now because of Benghazi. But I think what it shows is that on this issue, they are going to try to take the offensive position. They're going to be aggressive on it. She's not going to shirk away from it. She's not going to try to gloss over it. She's going to take this on. Everything from the rollout has shown us that. I think that strategically, that's a smart move, knowing that this is going to be at the forefront of the Republican pushback against her.
That was always a Bill Clinton trademark, Manu. If you know what your opposition's coming at you with, take it first, try to get ahead of them. But the Republicans aren't going to back off Benghazi just because Hillary Clinton's being aggressive.
That's right. I mean, she's trying to portray this as a partisan witch hunt. She believes this is her best line of attack. You're seeing the White House also making a similar argument. But, she has a difficult balancing act here because 4 Americans were killed on her watch, and she did acknowledge some level of responsibility in that interview last night. But she also said that, look, I'm not the person who does the security. I'm not the person who knows all the ins and outs of the security at the compound. So she's trying to show that, yes, I'm responsible, but at the same time, you can't really hold me accountable for this. We'll see how that works and how that plays with voters.
I think the question Republicans will try to get at is the culture of management. Why did not these dozens of warnings get to her desk? Yes, she doesn't do the security, but should she have been more aware? Should there have been a culture where somebody got to the secretary? But we'll see as that one plays out. If there's been a weakness in the rollout so far, it's been her answer, I think, to the question Diane Sawyer asked her about the big speaking fee. She's made a reported $5 million since leaving the State Department. Remember, this is 2014. So 2013, 2014, she's making this money. She's talking about when Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton left the White House back in 2001, about how broke they were, how in debt they were. And it tells you, number one, I think she's a little rusty as a politician. She needs a better answer to that. But number two, it also tells you how the Republicans, as we've talked about the Democratic Armada, the consultants, the money all going to Hillary land. Well, America Rising is one of the many Republican groups that fired back immediately on this, showing pictures on a website of the 2 houses, talking about her 2 mansions. Should she have handled that part better? She seems a little detached.
Yeah, she could have probably said, we're fortunate for the position that we're in financially. Diane Sawyer asked, do you think that Americans who would take this seriously, that one speaking fee of $200,000 is 4 times the median income in this country? She probably could have had a better answer to that. We'll see. Maybe she's a little bit rusty, but anything that she says right now is going to be under the microscope. Even if she's not running for president at this exact moment, it's basically a presidential campaign, and she should be prepared for that.
She seemed a little flat-footed there. And the Democrats, she should have known. There's 2 Democrats used as John McCain's houses, Mitt Romney's wealth.
This is an issue that comes up in every presidential election because you have a lot of very wealthy people that run for office, and candidates should just be prepared with an answer. And I think to say, look back when we were in debt, a lot of Americans end up in debt, but a lot of Americans aren't in the position to have big speaking fees, sign multi-million-dollar book contracts. So she does risk looking pretty detached there.
She took the money. She needs to own it. Just say, look, it's crazy what the market pays for these speeches, but I'm out there in that market. I'm going to take the money. My grandchild will be in good stead. I give a lot to charity. It's a better answer than saying I was broke 15 years ago, I think.